from the Encyclopedia of Race, Ethnicity, and Society. He says racism and the ideology that black Africans were of an inferior race developed in response to maintaining the slave system. Because of the stark physical contrast between Africans and Europeans and the institutionalization of slavery, racial discrimination helped propagate the racist belief system that established black inferiority. African slaves were believed to be savage, self-keeping creatures who, as a race, would benefit from slavery. He goes on to say the institution of slavery was a well organized system constructed to maintain total control over the enslaved. The dominant minority relations were paternalistic, a system in which slave masters controlled Africans, much like fathers controlled their children, by withholding all rights and responsibilities and creating total dependency. Slave codes or slave laws were established throughout the colonies to limit slaves' freedoms, and each state had its own codes. So again, this is going back to slavery as an institution, to slavery being the law of the land, the uniqueness of chattel slavery in America. This complex system of laws was enacted to give slave masters total legal control over slaves. Slave laws defined slaves as personal property or chattel. As chattel, a slave could not own any property or enter into any type of contract. Consequently, slaves could not marry, nor could they seek legal patrimony against rights. Let's continue. Slave laws concerning runaways were the most severe. For the first offense, the runaway would be publicly whipped by as many as 40 lashes. For the second offense, the runaway would be branded with the letter R on the right cheek. For the third offense, the slave would be whipped by as many as 40 lashes, and one ear would be cut off, and males would be castrated. If a slave died because of these punishments, the owner could be compensated for the slave's full value by the public treasury. That's what we're talking about, Candace. And it wasn't white people that first abolished slavery in the world. Again, it was Haitians. Let's go back to what Candace said in the